What up, adventurers? Welcome back to the channel. We are on episode 4 of Sek and Sons, the droid repair shop family. Not gonna lie, I have a slight head cold, so if I sound muffly or very confused, it's the meds. Don't worry about me, I'm surviving. I just need some hot drinks and I'll be fine again. But let's just get into it. Let's go, be gone. Welcome back to the channel, adventurers. Thanks again for coming along on my weird little adventure of this creepy droid shop known as Sek and Sons. This week I am doing the oldest member and definitely probably one of the more stranger ones. It is going to be a Grandpa Rufus Sek. Now, we've painted Zippy, Kellen and Magnus so far, so I felt it was right to meet the elder of the clan, and as always, we will be finishing up with Grandma Donna on the next one. So make sure you're liking, subscribing, and all that good stuff so that you're not going to miss anything about them. Now, for those new dropping in, the Sek family runs a little droid repair shop in Mega City 1 called Sek and Sons. They do tech work, tune-ups, upgrades, and for the most part, they are law-abiding, mostly. I'm going to lean into them mostly at this point. We'll get into their full story once I have all 5 minis painted, but for now, think of them as a weird mix of scrapyard engineers, back alley surgeons, and whatever you call it when the family gets a little bit too comfortable with industrial equipment. Now, you all know I hate talking about my painting process. If you're here for that, I'm sorry. You're just going to have to watch the video, see what paints I'm grabbing, enjoy it with a cup of tea and try and work out what I'm doing. Ultimately, I use speed paints, I love shortcuts, and I just want to get paint on my models. I'm not going to be creating anything that's award-winning here, but if you want to just see how I create my tabletop-ready figures, just grab a cup of tea, sit back and enjoy. And while that's happening, let's talk about Grandpa Sek. The origins of a weird old man. Rufus Sek didn't just get old. He accumulated years the way other people accumulate trash. Little bits at a time, in piles, stuffed in the corners, until suddenly the pile had a feeling and had grown a beard. He was born somewhere deep in the forgotten lower zones of Mega City 1, the kinds of districts where the city planners don't go anymore, the judges rarely actually patrol, and the map says, "Here be garbage." Growing up surrounded by the junk gave Rufus 2 important traits. 1, a talent for repairing things, and 2, a total disregard for what things are supposed to be used for. As an awkward teen, he was already modifying the trash bots to do things they were never designed for. Some of those things were helpful, whilst a lot of them were, let's just say, questionable. There's an old story that he once turned a vending machine into a self-defense turret. Someone tried to steal a candy bar, and the machine politely escorted them home. Very politely, but also very forcefully. Rufus always claimed it was a test. He never explained what exactly he was testing. Then he moved into culinary engineering. Now here's where we lean into his very strange energy, which, I don't know, he's safe in what he does. He's very vague, but he has this ability to deny he was the cause of the accidents. See, Rufus has this weird interest in cooking. Not gourmet stuff, not fancy stuff, just cooking. Most people cook because they want to enjoy the taste. Some do it out of boredom. Others, like Rufus, says he does it because he enjoys the process. He likes chopping up things. He enjoys grinding up things. And he likes mixing things in grinders that weren't actually designed for the kitchen. Now, no one in the family is entirely sure whether Rufus started cooking first or repairing machines first, because with Rufus the tools overlap in a way that no one is truly comfortable with. Is that a cleaver or is it a repurposed droid part? Is that a bone sword or just your standard rotary blade system? Is he flavouring his food or is he just testing the solvents? The family doesn't really ask anymore, and Rufus does not clarify. He says his recipes are the family's secret, and in the Sek family, you do not question the family secrets. If there's one place that these secrets are all stored and that you should never go alone when visiting Sector 102, it is Rufus's shed. It sits behind the shop and is a sagging metal module held together with rust, grime, and prayer. The door squeaks, the lights flicker, and the air around it smells like oil, ozone, and something a little bit more earthy. Inside, the shelves are lined with jars, labeled jars, labels like useful bits, don't touch, for stew, emergency tools, last resort. And nobody, even Donna, his wife, knows which jars contain tools and which contain his special ingredients. Rufus says everything's got a purpose if you're clever enough, and he says this while holding a wrench in one hand and a marinade brush in the other. Sometimes at night, neighbours swear they hear mechanical whirring from this little shack. Sometimes it's like soaring, sometimes they hear grinding, and sometimes it's just a gentle hum that actually lulls them to sleep. It's a weird tune, an old tune, and one time someone said they heard Rufus arguing with something, or someone. Something, definitely something. Must have been a droid, right? It didn't argue back, it just made a thudding sound. As the patriarch of the family, Rufus has taught every Sek child lessons that he has learnt along his way, from the slums of Mega City 1 to his little droid repair shop. Now, we start off with his firstborn, Magnus. Magnus learned from Rufus how to use tools with force and confidence, techniques that Rufus describes as persuasion. Magnus takes after Rufus in the most brutal, honest way. Kellen, on the other hand, learned that the rules are more like guidelines and that machines do whatever you tell them to do if you understand them well enough. Rufus didn't teach him programming, he taught him mentality. Whilst Zippy learned from him how to scavenge, how to sneak, and how to find snacks. Rufus never specified what qualifies as a snack. He just gives Zippy a pat on the head and says, if you find it and it don't bite you, it's yours. And this has led to the family having some problems. Even Donna, his wife, the iron-willed matriarch, respects Rufus. She'll smack Magnus with a frying pan. She'll grab Zippy by the collar mid-escape. She'll scold Kellen like he's still 5. But Rufus? She treats Rufus like a sleeping bear, a bear that sometimes repairs her microwave. At Second Sons, Rufus sits in the front area with a rusted stool at a cracked table with a mountain of tools that no safety inspector would ever approve. Customers walk in. Rufus stares at them with eyes that look like they've witnessed several wars and possibly a few meals they regret. He doesn't greet anyone. He doesn't advertise the shop. He just watches. If a customer asks a question, he answers with a single sentence, usually something cryptic like, "It will hold. Don't run it past midnight. It's got a temperament. Don't feed it. It will bite." And every customer leaves slightly unsure whether he's talking about the droid or the warranty. Rufus's look has a classic old man horror movie vibe about him. His hair looks like it lost a fight with a turbine. His beard contains 3 decades of secrets. There's grease stains that no solvent will ever remove. He's got a slightly hunched posture that suggests too many years examining things up close, and a stare that says, "I know how you taste," in a culinary sense. And paint-wise, I've matched him with the rest of the family. We got the yellows, the purples, the greens. I just love the look of this model. He just looks like an old man, and I'm happy that I'm able to paint him in such a manner. And so yeah, that's Grandpa Sek for you. The shed-dwelling, tool-hoarding, mystery cook of the family of Sek. A man who blends mechanical engineering with culinary creativity, who has created a family from nothing and has taught them a lot on how to survive in Mega City 1. So stick around. At the end of this video, you'll see the finished model as always. Don't forget to check out the community posts to see what I'm getting up to next, hopefully. And I will be in another video again real soon with the last member of the family before we dive into actually creating the gang for tabletop level, and I announce something that I'm going to give away to you all for free in that video. But as always, make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit the bell to make sure you don't miss any notifications. If you're feeling really generous, I hear there's this weird hyper button that if you tap it after liking the video, hypes up the video. It might help me get found by some new people. Otherwise, come over to Discord, say hi to the group, and I will see you again real soon. As always, cheers for watching. Hey, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and then go watch this one. This one up here. Give it a click. Bye-bye.